Missing Porzingis, who, if you remember, last year in 57 games had averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds a game. So he's already gone. They're coming into tonight's game with a 2-3 record after 5 games, and their best player and scorer and rebounder, and I'll get to that in a minute, Doncic is going to be out tonight. Now, this is a team that doesn't score a lot of points, Chuck, just 106 points a game, 24th in the NBA, and they don't rebound very well, just 41 rebounds a game, 27th in the NBA, and you're taking away one of their best rebounders, their second best rebounder in Doncic, and the other one was Porzingis, and their best scorer, 24 points a game, is not going to play tonight. So this is a game, when you look at it on paper, the Bulls, even though they're shorthanded, have a great opportunity to take advantage of Dallas tonight because they just don't score a lot. They shots per game, they're 27th in the league. They average 84 shots a game. That's 27th in the NBA. The problem, Chuck, is they shoot a lot of threes. Now, they're not shooting them very well, but you have to play them. You can't just give them three-point shots because if all of a sudden they get hot, they're shooting 31% on the season. That's 27th in the NBA. You don't want to let them shoot 36% like the Bulls did 2 games ago. A team is going to get hot. Excuse me, my game ago against Milwaukee, where all of a sudden they get hot and they just start hitting threes on you all the time.
All right, we're going to hear from the head coach, Billy Donovan, in a moment and give you the up-to-date news notes in the NBA in a moment right here on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, listen Monday morning at 9 a.m. for a major score announcement. That's Monday, 9 a.m. on Sports Radio 670 The Score.
It's so not chill.
This isn't the start. Before I got here, I started training. And before that, I did something to my back. But my first move was Athletico Physical Therapy. That's where I'd eventually end up. So why not start there? I mean, my therapist immediately found the source of my pain. These are the same physical therapists who work with elite marathon runners. So soon, I was back to running, but without pain. You got this.
It all starts at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com.
The NBA is back. Where else can you get this type of drama?
Where else is history hanging from the rafters?
Jaylen Brown throws it down.
Where else is your home city? Home to your biggest rival.
The battle of the lake is real, people.
And 30 feet is still in range.
Curry knocks it.
Where else can a city this loud be this slept on?
Where else is history? Still in the basement.
Where else? The NBA, only here. Season continues on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Insure on the Spot has the lowest auto insurance rates in Chicagoland with payments as low as $35 per month. Get a free quote in just 2 minutes. Call 773-202-5060 or click on insureonthespot.com. That's 773-202-5060 or insureonthespot.com.
Chicago's hometown sportsbook is ready to make this football season one to remember. All season long, you can score at Bet Rivers Sportsbook with free bets, odds boosts, and more. Whether you enjoy watching the games at Rivers Casino and the Sportsbook, or you want to bet live online, Bet Rivers Sportsbook delivers a best-in-class sports betting experience. Visit Bet Rivers Sportsbook today and bet this football season with a local trusted team that puts you first. Not valid for any participant of the Illinois Gaming Board statewide voluntary self-exclusion program. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Insure on the Spot has the lowest auto insurance rates in Chicagoland with payments as low as $35 per month. Get a free quote in just 2 minutes. Call 773-202-5060 or click on insureonthespot.com. That's 773-202-5060 or insureonthespot.com.
And welcome back to Bulls Bowl. And hey, Alexa, the play 670 The Score. It's that easy to listen to The Score from HomeRadio.com sports station. 670 The Score. And it's time to place your bets at BetRivers.com. BetRivers, your hometown sportsbook. Who's on a roll? How about Wendell Carter Jr.? He has scored in double figures in each of his last 4 games, averaging 15 points on 71% from the floor. The injury report brought to you by Athletico, chosen provider of rehabilitation, fitness, and performance services for the Chicago Bulls. Again, repeating the news, no Doncic, no Porzingis, the 2 major stars of this Dallas franchise. They're hoping to get Porzingis back within the next couple weeks, maybe sooner. Meantime, for the Bulls, Satoransky has tested positive for coronavirus. Hutchison tested positive for coronavirus last week. Bulls still without Archie Diacono and Lowry Markkanen. Now let's hear more from the head coach of the Bulls, Billy Donovan.
I don't think so, Darnell. I think our guys have been really pretty compliant. If there has been anything that they've been able to do on these road trips, it's all been league approved as it relates to restaurants or going somewhere. I think our guys have been really, really compliant with that stuff. The thing that I cannot speak to, we just finished up the holiday season. I think for our guys, all of them, have been very, very conscientious. But, a lot of times it could be coming from family. It could be coming from outside, people getting together. Some of these guys have kids. Some of these kids, maybe some schools are open, some schools are closed. There's just a lot of different ways. But I don't think that our guys are being irresponsible in terms of going out and putting themselves in harm's way. If there's anything, could it be surrounding around loved ones? Possibly. I don't know that to be true. But I think as it relates to our guys and what they've been doing, in terms of trying to take care of themselves, they've been doing it. They had a team meal in Washington as a group, and that was a good thing. And obviously it was outside. It was all league approved. It was a restaurant that was approved by the league. So we're following all the protocols and doing all those things. But, obviously here in the state of Illinois and certainly in Chicago, it's been hit pretty hard as a lot of other states around the country. But I think our guys have been, really, really responsible so far.
Thank you for that. And then my second question is, I got a tip that your guys who came back to Chicago had a little bit of an interesting travel situation. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, you probably know it was a unique thing. I mean, obviously, I think I got asked a lot, when those guys were out, were they going to stay? Were they going to be able to come back? Did they have to quarantine in Washington? Did the Wizards have to find housing for them? So, we were able to get them back. I'll just leave it at that. And it was an interesting trip for them. So I'm just glad they all made it back safely.
Hey, Billy, what was your take on how the Bucks were playing Wendell Carter on the other day and how he handled that? They were backing off. He was sitting there holding the...
Exactly.
How was he coming along with how he fits in with your offense?
I think he's doing a good job. He's getting more and more comfortable. I've seen progress from where he was in the preseason and the first couple of games. But to be honest with you, that was not Wendell's fault at all. Our guys just did not do a great job playing against the contact and the physicality of Milwaukee. And, for Wendell, we obviously have used him as a facilitator up top. He could have probably have taken a few more shots. I've said this about Wendell. He's got really good discretion about when to shoot, when not to shoot. I think he enjoys facilitating and passing, but, we didn't screen well enough for each other. We didn't cut well enough for each other. And in essence, what you just described was Wendell being put into some very difficult situations up at the top. So we've all got to help each other to generate and manufacture shots, and we've got to all rely and help one another to try to get the ball to go downhill towards the basket. And we just did not have enough of that. And I thought Milwaukee physically blew out a lot of screens. I think we needed to cut a lot harder. I think we needed to screen a lot harder. And I thought we got a little bit stagnant. And, I think I said after the game, playing against a team like that, I'm hopeful that experience will make us better or help us get better. But I think Wendell's done a good job and continues to improve as time has gone on.
That's the head coach of your Chicago Bulls, Billy Donovan. Bill and I will have the starting lineups and play-by-play coming up next, right here on the home of the Bulls, 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, it's Zach Levine. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
My name is Jerome Bettis, and I love football. It has always been a part of me, just like the game has always been a part of you. Bet Rivers Sportsbook wants you to enjoy every game, whether we revel in victory or suffer the loss. Our passion for the game makes us all winners. Enjoy every game with Bet Rivers Sportsbook.
Non-valid for any participant of the Illinois Gaming Board statewide voluntary self-exclusion program. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Insure on the Spot has the lowest auto insurance rates in Chicagoland with payments as low as $35 per month. Get a free quote in just 2 minutes. Call 773-202-5060 or click on insureonthespot.com. That's 773-202-5060 or insureonthespot.com.
This isn't the start. Before I got here, I started training. And before that, I did something to my back. But my first move was Athletico Physical Therapy. That's where I'd eventually end up. So why not start there? I mean, my therapist immediately found the source of my pain. These are the same physical therapists who work with elite marathon runners. So soon, I was back to running, but without pain. You got this.
It all starts at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com.
The NBA is back. Where else can you get this type of drama?
Where else does history hang from the rafters?
Jalen Brown throws it down.
Where else is your own city home to your biggest rival?
The Battle of the Lake is real, people.
And 30 feet is still in range.
Hurry.
Where else can a city this loud be this slept on?
Where else is history still in the making?
Where else? The NBA, only here. Season continues on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Hey, Bulls fans, join me, Bill Winnington, and the voice of the Bulls, Chuck Swirsky, right here on The Score for all the action of Chicago Bulls basketball. Play of Bulls basketball here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and 670thescore.com, Chicago's official radio home of the Bulls.
The following is a presentation of Radio.com Sports, presented by Mercedes-Benz Vans. Find out how far an extra mile really goes. The following is a presentation of Chicago Bulls basketball and 670 The Score. The Bulls are now on the air.
Shooting top three. Bam! Put him in the Hall of Fame. Put him in the Hall.
Bulls basketball is brought to you by Bet Rivers, Chicago's hometown sportsbook. Now with the home team call, here's three-time NBA champion Bill Winnington and the voice of the Bulls, Chuck Swirsky.
Live from the United Center in the beautiful city of Chicago, it's time for Chicago Bulls basketball.
And tonight, the Bulls check in at 2-4, 0-3 at home, coming off a loss 2 nights ago at Milwaukee, taking on the 2-3 Dallas Mavericks. 1-2 on the road, alongside our three-time NBA champ, Bill Winnington, Adam Stasinski, Mike Rankin, Jeff Van Gerten in our 670 The Score studios, and spinning the dials here at the United Center, the greatest tech in the NBA, Rich Wyatt. Always a pleasure. This Chuck Swirsky. And Bill's going to preview this ball game in just a moment, but first let's pause for station ID
on the Bulls Basketball Network.
Parkins here, Bulls Talk, and lots more on the Danny Parkins Show, afternoons 2 to 6 on Sports Radio 670 The Score, a radio.com station, WSCR and HD Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
And we're back at the United Center. Bulls home after a few games away in Washington, D.C., then obviously up in Milwaukee the other day. It is always good to be back at the United Center. I wish some of you could be here with us to enjoy the ambiance and the music that is going on here now.
You got the pipeline to the mayor.
It's going to take more than that right now. But Dallas Mavericks in the house, their only visit to the United Center this season. As usual, they're coming in there struggling right now, trying to find their way through injuries. As we speak, Porzingis has not played for them all season long, and Doncic is out tonight. They're a team that's struggling to score right now, just 106 points a game. The pace of the game is going to be slow, but the style of the game is going to be analytics. They shoot a lot of three-point shots. They're just not shooting them well tonight. And the Bulls have to be careful of that because they are shorthanded, and you're going to have different guys going out there playing. You cannot let guys like Tim Hardaway, who is their this season's second leading scorer, have a giant game. He's averaging just 15 points a game. You can't let him have a giant game, or a guy like Finney Smith, or even a guy who's not playing well for him right now but has always hurt the Bulls, is Powell, come out and have a big, huge upside game. From what we understand, Brunson is going to start tonight. Gives them an extra ball handler on the paint. That way Tim Hardaway Jr. can kind of be away from the ball, not have to bring it up and worry about bringing it up all night long. But this is a team, even with the Bulls having 4 guys out, is a team that you should be able to come into the United Center and beat this team here tonight.
I agree. You know, there are a number of storylines between the two teams. Actually, Rick Carlisle, who one day will be in the Hall of Fame as a coach, but Rick Carlisle and Billy Donovan were actually teammates together with the New York Knicks during the 87-88 season.
Ah.
Yes. And then you have Finney Smith, as you mentioned, Bill. He was recruited, played 2 years under Billy Donovan at the University of Florida. But again, you know, obviously, Bill, from the standpoint, and by the way, James Johnson, who is right in front of us, James Johnson, a former #1 pick by the Bulls. But you look at what's going on with Dallas, Bill, and I'm trying to look at the lineup that Dallas is going with. I don't know how they're going to be able to score tonight. I think the Bulls are going to be able to outscore, period, regardless.
Yes, especially you're taking, they average 106 points on the season, and you're taking their leading scorer away, who averages 24. I can't see their bench making that up. I don't care who they put in there. They're not going to make that up. So this is going to play into the Bulls' hands, unless you just give them three-point shots unattended, because they're going to shoot a lot of threes. Again, they come into the game averaging 84 field goals a game, Chuck, and of those 84, 38 of them are three-point shots. So they're going to come down and work the ball around and get a three-point shot and take it. You want to make sure that you're staying attached, get a hand up and challenge those three-point shots. You can't just come down and give an NBA shooter a three-point shot. He's going to start making them if you just let him have them.
Well, not only that, in addition, Bill, they attempt only 21 free throws per game. Doncic takes 9 of them, so almost half of them. So when you look at the volume of what their offense is going to do tonight, it'll be very intriguing to see what develops. By the way, Dallas is on a road trip, Bill. Tomorrow night they have a second game back-to-back. Guess where they're playing? Houston.
Oh my.
So here they left Texas to come to Chicago. They're going back to Texas to play a second game of back-to-back, and then they go on the road in Denver.
Well, we have that later on, don't we? We play Dallas in Dallas and come back the next night and play Houston here. Yeah, back-to-back. So it's pretty much the same thing they're doing. I get it. With COVID and everything, things are different, but you would think the Bulls were down in Texas. Why not just stay down there and play the game in Houston? Because obviously Houston's not playing either. Anyway, we're all playing the same night here. So, long story. So let's take it to Tim Sinclair as we get ready to our introductions and national anthem.
Tonight's presentation of the national anthem has been recorded by singer-songwriter, actor, and 2015 Chicago Bulls Kid Talent Search contestant Cameron Good.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night, yet our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautifully done, Cameron. Nice job. All right, so we're going to have our starting lineups now with the Dallas Mavericks and Chicago Bulls. And let's go with Nick with our starting five for Dallas.
A 6'5" forward from Michigan, number 11, Jim Hardaway Jr. A 6'7" forward from Florida, number 10, Dorian Finney-Smith. A 6'10" center from Stanford, number 7, Dwight Powell. A 6'6" guard from Tennessee, number 0, Josh Richardson. A guard 6'1" from Villanova, number 13, Jalen Brunson. The head coach of the Mavericks is Rick Carlisle.
All right, so Jalen Brunson returns to the Chicagoland area. Many of you know that Jalen, of course, was an outstanding player, a two-time Mr. Basketball with Stevenson.
And Bill, you think about some of those games he had at Stevenson High School, and we followed his career, of course. That huge game he had against Lake Forest. He played Jabari Parker, Kendrick Nunn in those state playoff games. He had a tremendous high school career, and also college career. He won 2 NCAA crowns, was the player of the year at Villanova.
Yeah, played real well, and I used to see him. His dad was an assistant coach for the Bulls. He'd be over at the Berto Center, the old Bulls' old practice facility, and he'd be out there working out, getting shots up, and just spending all his free time in the gym. So it's no surprise that he is where he is right now, and great opportunity for him to come to his former home and see what he can do here at the United Center in the starting role tonight.
All right, so the Bulls will leave tomorrow for Portland. They've got a back-to-back Tuesday, Wednesday with the Blazers and Kings respectively. Then at the Lakers on Friday, at the Clippers on Sunday before returning, Bill. Then we have a home game a week from Tuesday against Boston. This is a tough stretch.
It doesn't get any easier right now. It's a tough stretch here to start this month of January off. Then February gets really bad where there's pretty much a game every other week. So you really do have to take care of your body, especially now with the virus and everything going around. Let's go downstairs for the starting lineups.
Otto Porter Jr. From North Carolina at guard 6'5", number 0, Kobe White. The man in the middle from Duke, 6'10", number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. A 6'8" forward from Florida State, number 9, Patrick Williams. And from UCLA at guard 6'6", number 8, Zach LaVine.
All right, so there's your starting lineup for Billy Donovan, Chicago Bulls. Bill, what are some of the keys for the game tonight for the Bulls to come out victorious?
Well, one, you're going to have to take care of the basketball. I think turnovers have been a huge part of the Bulls' downfall in the games that they've struggled in. They're averaging 18 turnovers, almost 19 turnovers a game. That is 29th in the league. And this is a Dallas team that doesn't turn the ball over that often. They take care of the basketball. And the other thing is to get out the shooters. They're going to have to make up 24 points tonight because Doncic is out. That's how many points he averages a game. You can't let someone else that's a role player or a bench player or a Tim Hardaway Jr. have a monster game to score 30 points. You can't let them make up their points that way.
Dallas coming out, white uniforms with powder blue numbers on the back, navy blue down the side, and the Bulls in the black uniforms with red numbers and red Bulls logo, of course, on the pants. Our officials for tonight's game was found by the NBA, Ben Taylor out of Mid-Tennessee State, Leon Wood. Saw Leon the other night. In year number 24 in the NBA, out of Cal State Fullerton, also played for the United States Olympic gold medal winning team at 84 when Bill was playing against him, representing Canada. And Jason Goebel in his fourth year out of Florida International. Everyone's got a bucket list. In his bucket list, Bill, Jason Goebel, the official, he wants to roll his own cigar in Cuba.
In Cuba?
In Cuba.
Oh, that can happen now. I know a few guys that are going over there right now just as tourists visit. They say it's cool going over there. It's almost like being stuck back in this, going back to the 70s in a time warp with the old cars and everything. Seriously.
I'll take your word
would like
for
it.
We're underway, and Dallas wins the tip going right to left. Over the midcourt line, this is Jalen Brunson. Brunson is making his 36th NBA start, and just like that, Hardaway throws the ball away, intercepted by the Bulls. Right full court, left wing, it's Kobe White. White at the point, he's picked up by Brunson. Drags the dribble now at the point in front to Zach LaVine. LaVine, dribble drive in the lane, works on the 7-footer. Powell, the step back 10-footer is good left wing.
Zach LaVine doing what Zach LaVine does best, just handling the basketball, creating open spots, gets a little 8-foot jumper.
Hardaway steps back, left corner, missed it badly for three. Weak side rebound, Otto Porter Jr. weaves over the midcourt line, off to the right side. White with catch and shoot, the three is too strong, and is pulled down by Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway Jr. went to the University of Michigan and went to the NCAA championship game, only to lose to Louisville. Richardson on a pull-up foul line right buries the 16-footer. Former Miami Heat player and Philadelphia 76er.
A little pump fake and a clearing dribble to the right. Gets a wide open jumper over Otto Porter.
Here's the high-low feed. Carter intended for Kobe White, and it's broken up by Dallas out of bounds.
Chuck, we're in the United Center right now, and there's no fans in here. And I just had a flashback of my son Robbie when I used to take these AAU basketball tournaments. That's what it sounds like right now, where there's no fans.
It
just
does.
You hear everything.
Wide left on the baseline. Porter circle left to Carter. They go right point inside three-point arc to White to Levine. Levine zigzags to the rim and drives again on Powell and scores with a scoop with the right hand.
Again, the defense for Dallas is kind of non-existent right there. A little pump fake. Zach gets all the way to the rack.
4-2 Bulls. Brunson turns hard on the right baseline, a push to a foul on Kobe White. Speaking of your son, Rob Bill, he attended Loyola Academy, and another storyline between the two teams is that Peter Patton, the former DePaul star, went to Loyola Academy, and we saw Peter prior to the ball game. He's the shooting coach under Rick Carlisle. At the foul line, here's another fade short by Richardson, taken away by Porter. Over the timeline, Kobe White. White backs it out. Looping pass accepted by Carter. Spins left. Works on Powell. Up good. That's 3 straight field goals by the Bulls, and they've gone right after the 7-footer foul.
Yeah, take it right side. And Wendell got great starting position on the block down low.
6-2 Bulls. 2 minutes into the first quarter. Powell to the rim, and a hand check and a foul on the Bulls. Powell with that little head and shoulder shimmy, and he went straight to the rim, and he got fouled on the play, and that's going to be on Wendell Carter. 6-2 Bulls. 9:49 remaining here in the first quarter. Bulls started the season at home, losing to Atlanta, Indiana, and Golden State. Won a couple of ball games against the Wizards. Here is a topside three by Hardaway. No, and Hardaway struggling here in the first quarter, missing his first 3 shots. On the left wing, Kobe White. White dances left to right, and the ball spurts right off his hands, and it goes over the end line, and this will be Dallas ball.
Yeah, it just squirted out of his hands. Again, unforced turnover right there. Just came out of his hand.
As Bill mentioned, Dallas averaging only 106 a game. They're shooting only 44% from the floor. Hard left-hand dribble drive. Good defense by the Bulls. So Brunson now with a touch in the paint, but a pulled-up foul line, 15-footer. Another foul, and this is going to put Brunson at the line shooting 2. And Bill, right now, Kobe with a couple of fouls here in the first quarter. We haven't even played 3 minutes, so if you're Billy Donovan, what do you do?
Yeah, you start to think about maybe putting someone else in the game because you don't want to get foul trouble here early. And right now, I see no movement on the bench. He's talking about it.
Brunson, the first of 2 up a good. Normally, we'd see Sadaransky, but of course, he's been sidelined. And now, with Coach Donovan telling the media prior to the game that he has tested positive for the coronavirus, we won't see Thomas for a while. Brunson again, up and good. Jalen Brunson. He is 10 of 12 on the young season. Career 81% shooter in year number 3 out of Villanova and Stevenson. Levine sees a seam and lays it in with the left hand, knifes it in from the right. He just beat 2 Mavericks off the bounce.
That was an old-fashioned one-on-one defense by the Dallas Mavericks, and no one came when his man got beat. Zach had a free lane to the basket.
Deep topside 3, nope, by Hardaway. Rebound, Bulls. 8-4 Bulls. Levine with 6 here in the opening quarter. White to a cutting Porter. Porter slams into Jalen Brunson on the pass-off, and that's going to be a charge on Otto Porter Jr.
That's Otto's first foul. Could have called the travel first. Otto shuffled his feet forehand, and I think that's what happened with the charge because he shuffled his feet and tried to stop as opposed to avoid the contact.
Brunson advances left forecourt to Richardson, slides it up top, now to Brunson off a high screen from Powell. Brunson against Wendell Carter Jr. They go wide to the right on a one-on-one. Hardaway on a spin against Williams, stumbles to the floor, turns it over. Porter down the floor. Levine to the rim and the finish with the right hand. What a lead pass. We're going to have a timeout taken for the Mavericks. That's how you score in transition. 10-4 Bulls.
Yeah, waited. Zach Levine taking off early, and Otto Porter putting the pass right on the money. Timeout on the floor. Chuck and I will be back right after this on 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio Network.
Hey, Bulls fans, it's Lawrence Holmes. Lots of Bulls talk and more with me, noon to 2 on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's radio home of the Bulls, a radio.com sports station.
Start the new year right during the Xfinity Hello 2021 sales event. Get powerful internet you can count on, and for a limited time, get $250 back when you add Xfinity Mobile with nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. Plus, you can save hundreds on your wireless bill. That's huge savings on the internet and mobile you need to stay connected to all your loved ones, easily stream your favorite shows and movies, and take your devices to the next level. Get Xfinity Internet and Xfinity Mobile together for only $35 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement, and mobile with our 1 gig wireless data option. Plus, get $250 back. This sale ends soon. Don't miss out. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Internet offer requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 1/11/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment taxes, regulatory recovery, and other fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Based on route metrics by IHS Market's Route Score reports 2H 2024 mobile networks. Actual savings vary and are not guaranteed.
This isn't the start. Before I got here, I started training. And before that, I did something to my back. But my first move was Athletico Physical Therapy. That's where I'd eventually end up. So why not start there? I mean, my therapist immediately found the source of my pain. These are the same physical therapists who work with elite marathon runners. So soon, I was back to running, but without pain. You got this.
It all starts at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com.
Sports fans are gearing up at NBAStore.com, the official store of the NBA. And the largest assortment of NBA fan gear anywhere, with unique, one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics. And authentic fan gear, the latest styles. For every NBA team and all the players you love. Don't wait, shop now and get today's special offer. NBAStore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Check out the Bulls IQ on home court inside the Bulls app. Connect with Bulls fans on the chat and play now for a chance to win a piece of historic Chicago Stadium court and more, courtesy of AT&T. Chuck, how about Zach LaVine here? He's got 8 of the Bulls' first 10 points. He only had 6 in the first half in Milwaukee on Friday.
And that's certainly good news for the Bulls, as the Bulls have made 5 of the first 6 shots. Meantime, Dallas, 1 of 5.
Hello. So those are Bill Wennington numbers.
Yep. After the timeout, let's see what Rick Carlisle calls here with Brunson probing inside, and the step back right of the lane. It's good on a one-on-one move against Kobe, playing with 2 fouls, and Brunson with a mid-range J from 9 feet right side.
Yeah, Brunson now with 4 points. He averages 9 a game. And again, we don't want to have guys come in and have huge games against the Bulls here with their star out, Donich.
10-6 Bulls. Patrick Williams. Williams against LaVine. Stop and go. Pull up. 18-footer on the right.